Good morning everybody and welcome to this week's edition of the RDA Central West Business Leaders Breakfast. I'm really excited to be sitting down with the founder of SPILT Milk out the front of his shop, Andrew Hamilton. Welcome to breakfast.
Thanks, Sam.
Fantastic to have you here. And as I said, we're coming to you live from the street here on Sale Street in Orange, out the front of SPILT Milk. Andrew, for those people that don't know the story behind SPILT Milk, can you tell us how you came up with the idea and how you got you started?
Well, Sam, we're my business partner and I, Sarah Quigley, we're the founders of SPILT Milk, and both of us are foodies. I've been in the food industry now for probably some 30-odd years, building brands and working with in the food industry. But I've had a big passion of gelato for a long time. So Sarah and I went to Gelato University in Bologna in Italy and learned how to make gelato. And you know, we're both lovers of country and the land and real produce. So and Orange didn't have a gelato bar, so we thought, yeah, game on in Orange.
And I know you really try to showcase local produce through your ice cream. Can you tell us about that and why that's important to your business?
So there is a very vast difference between so-called ice cream and gelato. Gelato is a lot more denser product and served at a lot higher temperature. To get real taste of produce inside of that product, you need to use real produce. So wherever we can, and both of us grew up on the land, and wherever possible, we use real produce. And locally, where we can, Thornbrook Orchard, apples, pears, Thornbrook provide honey for us. It's quite interesting when we do lemon sorbet, we put a post on our Instagram site because many people have got myrtle lemon trees in their backyard. So we swapped gelato for lemons, and we had kids bringing tons and tons. We had to switch it off. We said, enough, you know. But that's where the produce comes from, all local.
It sounds like a good deal, I think, if you've got a couple of lemons on the old lemon tree. Talk about got lemons, let's not make lemonade, let's make gelato. But look, one other thing that I think is really interesting is you guys kicked off here, I think, about September last year, and just coming out of winter. Tell us about the start. How did you kick off? And I guess when people think about winters in Orange and the Central West, they don't naturally think about gelato, but you guys seem to be going from strength to strength.
Look, gelato is one of those products that brings a lot of pleasure to people. This business is a lot of fun, and you know, people see it as a treat and they enjoy the product. But I sort of use the analogy that you stop drinking coffee in the middle of summer, or do you stop drinking beer in the middle of winter? And everyone says no. And so gelato is a comfort food, and when you can have it at home or in the comfort of your own home or in a warm environment, people still come.
Yeah, absolutely they do. And I was here on Sunday and there was people out the front here relaxing on a Sunday afternoon in the sun having a delicious gelato. And I think you've hit the mark there. Now, one thing that's impacted a lot of businesses across our region this year has been COVID-19. It's impacted how business operate, they've had to adapt. But how has that impacted your business here and how have you guys had to adapt?
Look, one of the fortunate things, Sam, for us is that we were very well prepared. Not for COVID, but we were well prepared for our winter months. We were always intending to do home delivery, and we manage that home delivery component end to end. So it's always someone from SPILT Milk that will come to your door, not Uber Eats, not a third party. So we had the technology and the app all ready to roll, and essentially when COVID hit, we were obviously concerned, as every business was, but we were like a kitchen in the dark. We had people running around here, no one coming to the store, and at one stage there we had up to 12, 15 drivers on the road delivering to everyone in Orange. So we prospered from COVID, sadly, but you know, that process now has set us very well because the home delivery market is very alive and well, as you can imagine.
And I guess that's probably been one of the stories or the feedback that we've received coming through COVID is businesses that have maybe needed to adapt have now implemented those changes into their business structure going forward. I guess that's probably the same case for you guys here at SPILT Milk.
Absolutely, Sam. Look, we manage the whole process from end to end. So we developed our own app specifically for our business, and with totally the mind of customers' needs. And that's one thing that we're very focused on here is our customers and their needs. and they're more than having a product at home delivered straight to their door.
That's probably a lovely segue into my next question. One of the feedbacks that we've received this year has been the importance of technology in business during that process of adaptation. One of the things that I believe Spilt Milk have been trialling is the use of drones. Now, can you tell us about that, where the trial's up to, and what made you think about looking at drones as a potential avenue for distribution?
Okay, so we've been doing some testing, initial testing with the drones. As you can imagine, it's a government airspace. It's controlled by CASA, so it's a very difficult environment to get involved with. I'm currently doing a course to become a drone pilot with Hawaii, and that will allow us to fly up to a number of drones at once in a controlled environment. So once we tick all the boxes with CASA and go through all the approvals, we will get to it. But the most important reason that we did it is one is the speed at which everyone wants their deliveries. And the second one is it's going to allow us to deliver out further than we could currently deliver. Out as far as Canopolis and outer lying areas a lot quicker and more efficiently.
Well, that sounds exciting. So watch this space. What kind of timeline are you working towards there, Andrew? And when should we expect some more news in this space?
Sam, I can't tell you all my secrets. It'll be a nice surprise, but it'll be very soon.
Watch this space. They call that a hook there, I think, and you've got me well and truly. So we held the Backing Business Forum on Friday at the Ex-Services Club, and one of the keynote speakers there, Andrew, told us about the importance, I guess, of authenticity, quality and uniqueness in the product, and how customers actually look for those elements nearly as much as they look for price. Do you think that's a fair comment for Spilt Milk?
Absolutely, Sam. One of the things, when we built and designed this brand is that we wanted to ensure that we got to all the touch points for the consumer. And all the touch points are, not only do we want to make amazing gelato, that experience has got to be carried all the way through the stores, from the music that we play, to the lighting, to the mood, the ambience, the atmosphere, and all the touch points, how we communicate with our customers. We have our own app, so we communicate with all our customers. And surprisingly enough, in Orange alone, we have over 6,700 people have downloaded that app. There's only about, correct me, I think it's about 13,000 householders. So over half the householders have downloaded our app, which allow us to communicate.
Yeah, incredible kind of download rate there for the app. And one thing that I just wanted to talk about is you've said at the top of the interview that you've got a long history in food and branding. In your experience, I guess, why is having that point of difference for Spilt Milk so important, and why is having a cohesive brand important for your business?
I think when you start any business, Sam, you've got to understand exactly what it is you want for your consumers and what it is you want for your own brand. You've got to be very clear about the message you're going to send to consumers. And I think simplicity is an important thing for any brand. We only sell gelato, we do nothing else. A few people come in and say, do I want to sell ice creams, or do I want to sell drinks, or do I want to sell coffee? There's 67 coffee shops in this town. And one of the things that I pride ourselves on is that whatever we do it 110% at our best. At the moment, we're selling a ton and a half of gelato a week, so I think that tells the story.
That's incredible numbers. But I think you're right, having that point of difference, having that quality and unique product will probably hold you in good stead going forward. Now, I'm just going to change pace, change tack, and hit our special guest Andrew with the Fast Five, where we dig a little bit deeper to learn a little bit more. Best local event or festival in the Central West?
I think I'd have to say the wine festival here in Orange is an absolute great.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've got some fantastic festivals here. 3 dream dinner guests.
I'd say Scott Morrison, because anyone that handled this pandemic as well as he did is certainly worthy of catching up with. I'd love to meet Roy Orbison. I think he brings a lot of pleasure and music to people. And I love Michael Caton. I just went and saw Rams, and I'm just a great fan who makes me laugh all the time.
Well, there you go. I think that'll keep it nice and light and keep the conversation flowing, I'm sure. Hidden gem of the Central West. So this can be a people, a person, a place, a venue.
I'm a big fan of Spilt Milk Bar, of course.
Good.
But I'd have to say I love going to Heifer Station. It's a wonderful venue that is great for families.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually had Michelle Stivens as a special guest a few weeks ago, and she spoke at the Backing Business Forum and learned more about their story. It was absolutely incredible. Last movie you watched or book you read?
I just went and saw Rams, and it was a fabulous movie. Great Australian icon, and a terrific movie. But a book that I'm most fond of is called Converting Cows by Stephen Robinson. You should read it. It's fabulous about building brands.
Okay, Converting Cows. We'll put the link up for that one, and we'll put the link up for Rams. Give that one a plug on the Facebook page after this morning's chat. Now, the most important one, favourite gelato flavour.
Oh, look, Sam, you're asking me a hard question there because I enjoy them all. But
how many flavours have you guys got on the books here?
Look, Sarah would have, I would think, 100 flavours in her arsenal now. So we've got plenty to come and plenty that we've done. But I'm a big fan of an old school, old tradition of bullets. Jaffa and chocolate. It's awesome.
Okay, look, I'm a salted caramel man myself. Can't go wrong. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, a couple of last questions that I wanted to hit you with before we finish up this morning's chat is one of the things that Spilt Milk prides itself on is the cow to comb philosophy. And we kind of touched on it earlier, but why is using local produce so important to your business?
Sam, probably the most important thing is simplicity in whatever you do. If you ask a great chef, they only use a few ingredients to make a great meal. Gelato is no different. It can be turned into a lot of things and a lot of things added to it, but the purer you keep it in the product, the better it is. So simplicity is important, but real produce is important. We use Little Big Dairy, which is a local milk producer in Dubbo, and wherever we can get the produce locally, we source it. Herbs, wherever.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know the Central West is really renowned for that world-class produce, and to have it, I guess, value-added through Spilt Milk is fantastic in the value add for our region.
Absolutely. And it's all local. We employ local people. We buy as much local produce as we can. We want to keep the money in our community.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it was only September last year that you kicked off the store where we are on Sales Street in Orange, but I believe last Sunday just been, you had an important another step in the Spilt Milk story. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, we just, Sarah's actually not with us today because she's down opening a store in Canberra. We opened in Dixon, in Cape Street, and the store is almost identical. You close your eyes and walk straight in and see the same thing you've seen at home.
And I guess, what was the catalyst behind making that move to Canberra?
Look, we wanted to expand the brand. We're going to keep the brand as company-owned stores, but we're going to stay regional. And we believe that regional people have got a palate for this sort of product and deserve to have, a quality offering in their community. So stand by. You will see us in a number of regional towns. Dubbo, Tamworth, we're opening in Tamworth early next year. Stop and then down to Dubbo.
It sounds like an ambitious agenda that you've got planned for yourself and the Spilt Milk brand. Through setting up your business in Orange and this expansion that you're going through, what's one important lesson that you've learned through that process?
Look, the most important thing for myself, Sam, and Sarah and our team is that we put a lot of time and effort into our people. We like to breed a culture, and the culture emulates from everyone that serves you to all the customers that are involved in this brand. It's infectious, and culture is taught, not taught. And we like to have a lot of fun, and our people care immensely about our customer and our product. And I think that is our ethos right throughout our business.
No, I really like that one. Culture is taught, not taught, and it was something that I actually heard from Tom from the bakery down in Victoria down there, famous bakery. I can't think of the town. We'll put the link up after this morning's chat. He caught me on the hop, but he effectively said, "Employ for will, train for skill."
Yeah.
But if there's appetite for the position, if there's appetite to be involved, you can kind of put the fabric and put the support structures around that for a reason.
100%. I don't read anyone's resume, Sam. I look for a warm smile and a feeling from within, and away we go.
Beechworth Bakery, there you go. Tommy spoke at the Western Business Forum in Condo last year, and I left inspired. Now, we really think during challenging times, it's important businesses have, I guess, support around them. For yourself, have mentors played an important role for you through your business journey? And if they have, what's a nice piece of advice that they've given you over that period that stayed with you?
Absolutely, Sam. I have a number of mentors that have played an important role in my career, and I know Sarah has as well. And probably the biggest thing is you have to be passionate about what you're doing. If you ask Sarah about our product and if one thing's not quite right, it won't go out on the bench. And she cares about what she's doing, and so do I. And we care. And you've got to love people. When you're in the hospitality industry, if you don't love people, you're in the wrong game.
It's a very fair point, and good advice, I guess, especially for all those businesses out there. It's about having that quality product and making sure anything that goes out under your brand's name is up to the standard that you expect. A couple of last questions to finish off this morning. One is, where do you see Spilt Milk going over the next 12 to 18 months?
Look, we just focused on the next store in Canberra, and then we're moving up to Tamworth. But every post's got to be a winner, Sam. So nothing gets left to chance. We watch things closely, and Orange, interestingly enough, is about 45% up on last year so far, year to date on the previous year's history. So, and with that is coming some growing opportunities that we need to capitalise on. So some new equipment, big equipment to keep up with the volumes. But yeah, just slow and steady, and make sure every post is a winner with the same brand and same ethos. Same culture.
Yeah, look, I think you've really covered off on some fantastic good reminders for local business this morning. The importance of making every post a winner, as you said, and having that culture and that framework for your business tip top. To finish off this morning, if viewers that have tuned in this morning or are tuning in on the podcast want to engage with you, Andrew, or Spilt Milk to learn more, what's the easiest way they can do that?
Look, anyone can contact us through the website, no problems at all, or you're most welcome to come in. You'll probably find me in your working. Just reach out or give me a call. All my details are on the website.
Yeah, look, we'll put up the website for Spilt Milk and the Facebook and Instagram links after this morning's chat. But Andrew, thank you so much for your time this morning. Great to be coming to you from out the front of Spilt Milk here on Sales Street. But until next time, have a fantastic day, a great weekend, and we'll catch you same time next week.
Thanks very much, Sam.
Good on you, Andrew. Thanks so much.